Alrighty, guys, welcome back. Earlier, we were discussing Sharon Moore and the fact that he is Michigan's new head coach. But now
A
we are
little
going.
tongue tied there.
I know, sorry. But now we're going to be diving into our oddities of the day, my favorite segment. Um, so, I don't know if you've been hearing about the 9-month cruise that's going on right now.
Oh, yes.
I've been seeing
Okay.
it like all over my TikTok, the 9-month cruise.
Okay. Because before you dive into this, I found out about the 9-month cruise. True story.
Mm-hmm.
First thing I did, I started looking into it.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to know how much it was going to cost.
Right.
And a regular cabin is about 60,000 for the 9 months.
Ooh.
And and then a nicer cabin can be as much as 100 to 150,000. That's for
Mm-hmm.
9 months. Because I was looking into it, not because I was curious, because I wanted to go. And then I started thinking, I'm like, okay, my responsibilities, and I have a long list of responsibilities. And I'm like, okay, how would I pull this off if I'm on a cruise ship? Because I was dead serious.
Mm-hmm.
Do not be surprised. Before I'm gonna let you dive into this, do not be surprised if we're not doing this show and I'm
On
talking
the
to you from the
ship.
9 month cruise next year. I am dead darn serious on that one.
I
All right, go
know.
ahead. Sorry about that.
No, I love cruises. I am going on my sixth one, I believe, this summer. I love cruises. So honestly, I would love to do a 9-month cruise of just sailing around for nine. The only thing is I get seasick, so I would have to bring enough seasickness medication for 9 months.
I think that's called booze, isn't it? No.
Booze does not help. Booze makes it worse.
Okay. All right. So sorry. I didn't mean to jump ahead of you. I'm gonna let you do your thing because I know a lot about this, a lot more than I should, but I know a lot.
Yeah. So there's this couple who sold everything to live on a cruise ship for the rest of their lives. Funnily enough, their last name is Hennessy, which I thought was kind of funny. Um, the Hennessy couple sold almost everything they owned 3 years ago, including their main business and their home, and say they plan to see out their days sailing around the world. John and Melanie Hennessy plan to spend the rest of their lives cruising on the world, and they reckon it could be as much as half as expensive as their life on land.
Okay, I want to ask you a question as you're talking about this.
Yeah.
Are you mixing up two stories? I'm just curious because are they on the 9 month cruise or are they on that one annual cruise? Because there's yes, I did that much.
Oh.
I did that much research because there's one cruise that you could be on, and it can be as cheap. I think it works out to like 60, 70,000 a person, works out to 140,
Mm-hmm.
but that's all year and a bunch of people are just selling everything and they're moving
Yeah.
on there. It gives them medical, dental, all their food, everything. And I think it's like, let's say 100,000 a couple. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
100,000 a person, 200,000 per couple. And then there is the 9 month cruise, which
Mm-hmm.
travels around. But then it's only 9 months. There's some extra months that they're going to be sitting at the homeless shelter. So I was just kind of curious if they were all the same one or not.
That may have been my bad. Um,
Not meaning to call you out on it. How scary is that I've been doing that much research on that one?
yeah. That may be my bad. Yeah, I think they actually are doing like the annual ones.
Yes.
This is a
Well,
really
okay.
long story though, so I'm like trying to like find the.
Because there's two of them, and there's more of them coming out because this is being okay. Let's go to 9 months cruise because it's been awesome. The nine
Okay.
month one is what I wanted to go into. Uh, and let me show you how much. I would close. I wanted to go on this. I'm actually following some of the people that are on the cruise and doing it. And there's one girl.
Mm-hmm.
Her name is Little Rat Brain. Dead
Oh.
serious.
Oh.
She does. So she's Little Rat Brain is on there, and she's reporting daily about all their activities and their
Little rat
excursions.
brain. What a name. What a name.
I don't know. Do you really want people to be watching you and be like, "Hey, yeah, Little Rat Brain"? I have no
Little
clue
rat
what Rat
brain.
Brain's real name is. Yes, that is a statement. I don't know what Little Rat Brain's real name is, but I follow her on TikTok. And you know what? It's actually kind of awesome. There, one lady created a bingo card of all the things they're expecting, from
Mm.
someone to get kicked off, someone to get left behind,
I love
someone to
when
get
people do
excursion.
those bingo cards. Those types of bingo cards are so funny. And I want to start making bingo cards like that for just my daily life. Like I think those types
Oh,
of bingo cards are absolutely hilarious. But go ahead. Sorry, I cut
but
you
think
off.
about what you could put on a bingo card, though.
Mhm.
Okay, things that I'd want to know. I want before and after pictures because I'm telling you, somebody's going to walk in there as a supermodel and walk out as a super heavyweight. When you
Yeah,
start thinking about the food,
no,
all you're doing,
I think I gained like 2 pounds last year after my 4-day cruise. So,
girl, okay, first off, I'm going to get on you. I call you a quitter. You are a straight
a
quitter.
quitter.
Quitter. Two
four,
pounds?
it was a 4-day cruise and I gained 2 pounds. That's a lot
I'm expecting
in
dedication
four
from you.
days.
I'm expecting dedication. I want at least 5 to 7 pounds on.
On a 4-day cruise?
I want
God.
dedication. I'm thinking 7 pounds or you failed me.
I guess I failed them. So sorry.
I'm only joking on that one. Because on these cruises, now think about it though. Use yours. 4 days, 2 pounds,
Yeah.
9 months. And
Mhm.
some of these, like, all your food is included.
Mhm.
So, and they started showing the food, and it's like full spread for breakfast,
Yeah.
full spread for lunch, full
Mhm.
spread for dinner, snacks, everything else. And every time Rat Brain shows me the gym, it's always empty.
Yeah.
No,
No one
it's
wants
bad
to
calling the girl.
no no one wants to use a gym when they're like on vacation, you know. I've gone on 5 cruises so far and I don't even know what floor the gym is located on.
I'm telling you that I think Jabba the Hutt from Star Wars started out a slim, fit guy, and he went on a 9 month
9-month
cruise.
cruise.
That's all that's happened. What are you doing? You're just doing excursions, and
Yeah.
like you said, you're in your room, you're watching. They're talking about all the shows that you're doing,
Mhm.
things like that. There's not a lot of healthy activities,
No.
and it's easy when you're at home and you're like, okay, I'm just gonna have some fruit and a salad.
Mhm.
But when you get up in the morning, and first off, there's no work, there's no you have to get up and do this and it starts your day.
Yeah.
So you go down there to breakfast and you're like, there's pancakes, there's waffles, there's eggs Benedict, it's this, it's that, all your favorite cakes, pies, donuts,
Mhm.
everything is there. And you're like, day one, I'm just gonna have a bowl of oatmeal and some strawberries. How
Mhm.
long? How long does that discipline last?
It would not be long for me, but I will say I have an Apple Watch and I keep track of like how many steps I make in
I
a
was thinking
day.
food. I was thinking like
And
you had like an apple. Like I'm thinking like apple you eat, and then I realized she's like, no, she's talking about the device.
you walk a lot on those ships. Like I think I would at least walk around almost 10 miles a day on a cruise ship.
Oh, really?
You walk a lot. Um because everything is like so spread out, and so like your room could be all the way on this side of the ship, and then breakfast could be on all the way on this side of the ship. So,
Got it.
and then you got stairs, you know, you can take the elevator. I hate taking the elevator on a cruise ship. That just seems like disaster waiting to happen for me. So I don't take the elevator.
Couple other things about this cruise I'm gonna let you in on. Why do I know so much? Number one, they weren't able to go to the Falkland Islands. They because of weather, they weren't able to go there, and it was like Devil's Island or something like that. They weren't able to go. And then I don't even think they were able to go to Antarctica either.
Oh, really?
Yes. So listen, if I'm on a cruise and I'm supposed to hit Antarctica, we're not leaving till I go to Antarctica. And I feel, am I right? That is one place.
I will dip my toe in the Arctic Ocean before we leave.
And see, once again, little rat brain was giving some information. And so they couldn't go on, they weren't able to go on to Antarctica. So they took a boat out and took a chunk of the iceberg, like a 3-foot square of ice from the iceberg, and brought it on the boat so people could take a picture with this ice.
Oh, what a load of crap. What a load of crap.
I swear to you. And so people are taking pictures on this thing. No.
How much? Okay. Refresh my memory again. How much are these people paying for a 9-month cruise?
Between $60,000 and $150,000. But because of weather, they weren't able to go.
Okay. Set the thing back a little bit for a couple of days. If I'm paying $60,000, I will be going to Antarctica.
Per person.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the way I felt about the chunk of ice. That's like saying, hey, Tate, you're going to go on an African safari. And I'm like, sweet, I'm in. Hey, it was raining out. So we brought in a taxidermied lion so you could take a picture next to him. Oh, hell no. I want to see Mufasa himself. I want to see Mufasa and running around. I want to see antelopes and everything else. You can't put me next to a stuffed lion and say, how about that safari picture? It is not the same.
It's the same. No, what's so funny is there's this one, I don't remember his name on TikTok, but there's this one guy where I saw a video where he was like explaining like the weird things about like being on a cruise ship. For one, I knew this rule, but I've also been on a lot of cruise ships. So for just to let you know, if you ever decide to go on a cruise, do not talk about the Titanic on the ship. It's basically saying Macbeth before a play goes on. Like, don't
know anything about either one of those. You don't say Macbeth before a play, and you don't say Titanic on a cruise.
It's bad luck. Why would you talk about a ship that sunk and thousands of people died?
So somebody mentioned Titanic and now they're not going to Antarctica. Is that what you're telling me?
Maybe that was their punishment, as they talked about Titanic, and so they took Antarctica away from them. Also,
okay, go ahead.
I actually did not know this. Each cruise ship has its own godmother, and the 9-month cruise that's going on right now, Whoopi Goldberg is the godmother.
Why?
I don't know. That was the first of me hearing about a godmother of a ship.
I'm sorry. I don't want Whoopi Goldberg as my 9-month cruise
She's looking
godmother.
after you. She's looking after you with her no eyebrows on her head.
I love it. It'd be different if Whoopi Goldberg is our godmother on the cruise. Well, Whoopi Goldberg's butt better be on that cruise.
Yeah.
Don't be just putting up a picture of Whoopi. I want her on the cruise.
I would be chatting her ear off if Whoopi Goldberg was on my cruise. And the first question would be, why don't you have any eyebrows? Where are your eyebrows?
Where are your eyebrows? Were you, as a kid, were you playing with fire and it went poof and burned off your eyebrows? What happened there?
Oh gosh.
I was trying to lead this down a different path. And
sorry, and then I brought up Whoopi Goldberg.
No. Equally funny. Okay, we got to play a game. I know we're extending this, but I want to play a little game because we were talking about the 9-month cruise bingo card, and I things that I would put on this bingo card. I want to hear some of the things you would. Okay, first, yes, someone's gonna get thrown off, but on a 9-month cruise where booze and food, I want to know who's gonna gain the most weight. Will someone get pregnant?
Yeah, absolutely.
Think about it.
Absolutely.
Think about it. Who's gonna get into a fight because someone snuck over to somebody else's cabin and is hooking up with Mrs. Jenkins?
Yup.
You know, there's too much food, too much booze, not enough to do. And no matter how big that ship is, think about it as a dorm room in college. You start seeing the same people over and over. You get real familiar. Next thing you know, Mrs. Jenkins is messing around with Mr. Smith. You know, Rat Brain is pregnant by Billy.
Little rat brain. I am shocked that like a COVID outbreak has not happened yet on that ship.
Oh, that is my lead pipe lock of the week. COVID, Ebola, Black Plague, something's
Scurvy.
going down. Scurvy, rickets, all of that stuff is going to go down on that ship. Am I right?
No, 100%. Like, I remember, like, I would see the same people in 4 days. On my 4-day cruise, I would see the same faces. So, like, for 9 months, yeah, you're going to be running into the same people and you're going to be hanging out with them all the time.
All the time.
I'm worried that somebody's, like, going to fall off the ship.
Oh, that has to be on the bingo card, too. Somebody is going to be there. And also, you have these travel days. You're going around the world. So there's extended periods of time where it's 4, 5, 6 days where you're just out to sea.
Yeah.
And let's say it's bad weather. It's raining. It's cold. You're just indoors. So, you know, and one of the things I've learned about this whole thing is I think it's every week they change. So you never have the same cuisine every week consistently. So they're always changing the food. They're always changing. There's always entertainment coming in. But there's only so many shows. There's so much food you're eating. And there's a casino on there. The drinks, you know, you're plowing through alcohol. Next thing you know, things have to start getting a little, I'm not saying month 1, month 2, month 3, but month 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Oh, that is reality TV gold, right or wrong.
No, absolutely. And I think if, you know, they should add a reality TV show for these people now so that all of us people on land can see what's going on and tune in to all the hot gossip. You know, I would watch that.
Listen, I'm telling you this right now. I'm surprised some television executive hasn't just flown in, dropped in as a helicopter and said, listen, all you guys are on this cruise having a great time. NBC is going to pay everybody's going to give you all your money back. We're going to pay for your cruise, but we get to film everything. Because you got a built-in show there that's going to be worth millions. There's only like 5,000 people on this boat. Yeah. And you're talking about $50,000 to $100,000, I mean $60,000 to $100,000 a person. You'll make that up in sponsorships. Why, you know, have a network just go through and just say,
whatever cabin you have, we're covering it. We're covering your food. We're covering your drinks. We're covering everything. And you just get to go and enjoy yourself. But we got a camera crew, and there's cameras everywhere now.
Yeah, that would be.
And you know, instead of you saying like, hey, I know, like, there's one couple, they were laughing at their kids because they're like, sorry, kids, you thought you were going to get inheritance. We have decided to spend all your inheritance, and we're going on this 9-month cruise. And that's their whole thing. Their kids are not getting inheritance anymore. No. They're spending their inheritance and they're enjoying it themselves. God. Did you think this was gonna be this? Did you think this was gonna be this entertaining when you picked this?
No, I did not.
Oh yes.
I feel like I would get bored after a while. You know.
Yes.
That was my only thing.
Listen, similar situation. I moved from the U.S. to Europe. Mm-hmm. And we're traveling and doing all this stuff, me and my wife. And, you know, there's sometimes you go on these periods of time where you're like, no, we're not good. We've been to Paris. We've been here. We went to London. We're just going to chill for a few months. Yeah. But there's no chill on a 9-month cruise. No. It is just, you know, shot after shot, Jaeger bomb after Jaeger bomb, French toast after French toast, eggs Benedict after eggs. And I'm the guy, I don't even drink, and I'm the one talking about the drinking on the cruise here.
Don't do Jaeger bombs.
If you're a couple and you're on that 9-month cruise,
and you get in a fight, where are you supposed to go? That sounds like a nightmare.
Do you get tired of your significant other after a while?
Nah.
There's only so far you can be. Like, you know what? Like, you know, Faith, you're awesome. I need a little space. There's not a lot of space. Where do you go?
I don't know. Yeah. I just couldn't imagine getting in a fight. That would be the worst thing ever. That would be... Yes. That would be one of my worst nightmares.
But it's not about getting into a fight. The question is, when you're on a small ship like that, how many fights are you going to have?
God, in 9 months?
Let's say you have a fight let's say you're a great couple and you don't fight that often. So you have 3 fights every 2.5 months, every 3 months. That's still 3 major blow-ups on this cruise. Right?
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Sorry, I know we went a little long on this one.
It's good.
You want to hold the last story and just lose this?
Yeah, we'll save that for tomorrow.
I don't think Faith was expecting it to be.
No, I did not.
Cruise to be like this.
I did not. Alrighty, guys. Well, with that, we're gonna close out the show. Thank you for tuning in to the Tatecast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. Your support means a lot to us. Yeah, little rat brain. Your support means a lot to us, so please remember to subscribe to the show and leave a positive review. It really does make a difference. We also invite you to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram for more content and updates. Thank you once again. Have a wonderful day, and we will see you tomorrow.